Hello, class. Today, I'm going to be talking about business and why that's the career I'm going into. Have you ever thought about being your own boss or making your own schedule? If so, I think business is the perfect place for you to go into. Now, I'm going to be transitioning into the advantages of being the degree in business. Like I said, a great advantage is that you're able to be your own boss, which means that you are also able to make your own schedule. You could work own hours. You could do a lot of things with this. You're able to hire people. That's if you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business. So that's one good advantage. Now let's talk about another good advantage. You also could make connections to other businesses. So maybe you can make trades with other businesses. There's a bunch of businesses in the world that allow you to do certain things. This is really important. Business is also used throughout the world, meaning that wherever you go, your degree or whatever your certification, anything in that nature, can be used all over the world. Say you move somewhere else, you move countries, you move states. It's used everywhere. So say I'm in Colorado and I move to California, I could easily get a job in California just because I have this business degree, right? Another advantage would be there's great opportunities, like I was saying. There's really good opportunities for money, and there's opportunities all over. Jobs open up everywhere. The reason why I'm choosing business is because a personal connection for me is because my dad's been in business all his life, and he's really shown me like the qualifications, and he's passed these qualifications on to me. So yeah, that's why those are some good advantages. The duties that come into this is another transition, would be managing finances. So an example would be you have a daily budget, or not daily, but you have a yearly budget, and that budget you'd have to send to your boss or yourself. So say your budget is 100,000, so you have that 100,000 to spend on stuff you need for the company. Say that's products, paying employers, things of that nature. So that could be difficult at times, but that's why you have to be good with numbers. Another thing is selling products would be another duty of yours. So say you have to persuade people to buy your product. So say have an iPhone, you're a manager of iPhone, right? You have to tell people why your product is good, whether that's being the quality of the camera, the speed, etc. You also have to see how you can improve your business. So say numbers are bad and you have to see why those numbers are bad. You have to dig deeper into details. So say you come out with a new candy flavor and they don't like the candy flavor, so people aren't going to buy it. So it wouldn't be smart for you to keep producing that flavor if you're not getting a lot of buys. But on the opposite hand, if you have a flavor that's really good and it's getting a lot of buys, then it would be smart to produce that flavor, if that makes sense. Next, on top of that, you have to identify issues in the company, whether that's maybe you have an employee that's not working as hard and you could see his numbers are not as good as other people's numbers. So maybe you give that employee a talk, or you have to talk to him about how he can improve his numbers, and that also comes with leadership in the company as well. Next, another duty would be you have to plan. So you might have to plan meetings with people, you might have to plan meetings with your employers, and then you have to talk to all these people. You have to talk to them about goals. So goal setting would be another thing that you have on your duty. You have to talk about goals for the company that you have. So say you want to reach a certain amount of sales. You need to talk to your company about that. You need to talk to the employers about how to make these sales happen. You have to have a plan, if that makes sense. All right, now we're going to go into the portion of the speech of where we're working on the industry and what kind of work environment you're around. So typically, most business people, management, it's kind of in the office. You're going to be on the computer a lot, dialing with numbers, making calls to people. So whether that means you're in an office or you're in the middle of nowhere. My dad personally, this is a connection for me. My dad's able to do his business calls from wherever. So whether that's he's in the car, he's at a friend's house, he just needs to be on the phone with these people at a certain amount of time. But it doesn't really matter where he's at. I mean, it has to be quiet, of course. So whether that means you're in a public place like Starbucks or you're just at home like I am right now, right? But the problem with this, there is lots of interactions with business. So you have to be extremely good with communication and you have to communicate to the people around you. So now I'm going to talk about employment growth. So if you work for yourself, which means you're an entrepreneur, you have different duties. So you may need to hire employees to work for you. So this could be a little bit difficult, going through the application process. But yeah, you also may need, the company might need to make more money. So you might need to hire more people, if that makes sense. So the more employees you have, the more money you have to give to the employees. So the more money your company needs to make. You also have to think about that. Next, you might have to travel a lot. So say your company is doing really well in California and you want to expand it somewhere else. This is another employment growth. You will need people that, if you're working and you're in California, you're stationed in California, you might have to travel to, say, Vegas or, say, Colorado. You might have to travel there to get more people to see what your company's about. You might have to make sales over there, if that makes sense. You also, doing that, with that being said, you might get bonuses. Meaning if you sell a certain amount of products, your boss can make it seem like if you sell X, Y, and Z products, you get $5,000 more, if that makes sense. To be a business person, you do need degrees and qualifications. So like a bachelor degree is recommended for marketing and accounting. A master's degree, according to the National University, the master's degree is preferred for higher levels of this. The website also goes into detail saying that if you have a higher master's degree, you are more likely to get a higher paying job. Okay? Also, great communication is needed. You also will need some good time management skills, meaning I would say you might have to get stuff done very quickly. So now we're going to go into the earnings part. So the average earning is about $75K, but according to the National Labor Bureau statistics, usually Sacramento bosses, like managers of their companies, they make around $100K on average. Business owners make around $90 to $150K on average, just depending on where their business is at, if that makes sense. So now we're going to go into advantages. So advantages of becoming a business person is you can really hire whoever you want. Another advantage is that you get all the money that your business creates if you are a business owner. So that could be a good thing. I think this could be a good career for a lot of people because there's a various amount of network opportunities and you can reach out to other businesses. There's also a high earning potential and it creates good leadership skills. I think cons of this for me or for anyone could be high pressure situations. There could also it could be hard to complete the schoolwork for it, as well as just dealing with people all day is also extremely hard. I think strengths for me is that I'm a good communicator and I have good persuasive skills, so this could help me sell things. I'm also a quick learner, and I have good leadership skills because I'm a team captain of the basketball team. I think not strengths for me would be just lots of school. I feel like that could be hard for me and just long hours. It'd be hard to focus throughout these hours. But yeah, in conclusion, I believe that this career of business could be good for me just because I have the necessary qualities that a businessman needs, and I think it could be a good fit for me. Considering my skills, such as good communication skills and I'm really competitive, so I feel like being able to compete with other companies won't be a problem for me. So if this sounds like you, I believe that you will have a great opportunity in business. Thank you.